Hello, my lovelies. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're okay. Hope everyone is well. I nearly just got blown into a car coming across the street. I can't believe how windy it is out there. Honestly, I opened the front door, came across the road. I was like, it was some crazy wind out there today. I hope everyone's staying safe as well then if you've got stormy weather by you, because it's not pleasant out there today. It's really not. Hi, Catherine. Hello, my lovelies. So just a quick update on things. Slight change of times this week because of Sewing Street. So obviously I'm live now at 1 o'clock, but tomorrow there won't be an evening live. It's at 1 o'clock instead, okay? Because I'll be traveling. So Sarah's doing the 1 o'clock tomorrow, okay? I know we normally do 7, but Sarah's got yoga on a Wednesday night, and I'll be traveling up to Sewing Street because I've got Sewing Street on 2 hours on Thursday. So hopefully some of you will join me there. Hi, Claire. Hi, Liz. Hello, my darlings. Slight change times this week. Okay, so it's just the two, both at 1 o'clock today and tomorrow. And then Sewing Street, I believe, is 9 and 10, 9 and 11, 9 and 11. I don't know. They changed the times. Seriously, full week. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Catherine. Mega full week, because we get back from, back from Sewing Street Thursday night. Friday we'll be packing orders like crazy. And then Saturday, Sean and Sarah and I have got our Christmas do. We don't buy each other presents. We do something together now. So we're going to do Sip and Sculpt, which is ceramics while you have some Prosecco, which sounds nice. And then Sunday, we've got our 12 hour, I want to say 24 hours. It's not 24 hours. It's 12 hours live sew along. Okay. So if you can spare £1 or £2 and you'd like to donate, we'd absolutely love that. We're raising money for British Heart Foundation this year in memory of our Lindy Lou. So we're doing that, and that starts at 10 o'clock on Sunday. You've got 12 hours of us. Please, if you can, drop in for some of it or all of it, or even if it's just for an hour, if you can drop in live with us and keep us going, that would be brilliant. Hi, Jean. Hi, Claire. Hello, my lovelies. Right, so I'm going to crack straight on with it today. We are going to do a block. I've called this All My Love because it is a little heart block going on that Valentine's theme. But I think this would be really lovely for a baby quilt as well. I think you could do it for that too. So over to the overhead over here, and this is the block we're going to be doing. Okay, so we're going to make one of these little hearts here, and then I'm going to show you how we can like do a little extra trick. Now I've put this together just as a 4, okay, with some sashing, and the extra little trick makes these little quarter squares. Okay, so we're going to do that as well. But I actually think 9 by 9 would be, 3 by 3, so a 9 block with just a little border around would be really lovely as a playmat or a little baby, coochie blankie or something. You could do these in like soft, gentle colours. You can do them split like this, or you can do solid hearts. Anything. I'm using Scraps Up, so but this would be great if you've got big prints. Maybe if it was a baby quilt or something, and you've got like lots of little elephants or something like that on it. It's got a big print. This is a nice block with a big print. So what you're going to need for one block, so what I'm calling one block is this. Okay, just one heart. Hi, it's wet and windy, wild in Aberystwyth as well. Aberystwyth as well. Yeah, I know it is here, lovely. And Claire, it's blowing a gale with you. We're all warm. We're nice and warm because we're putting the shop back together, but very blowy. So what you will need from your main fabric, which is your heart fabric, you're going to want 2 rectangles, which are, I've forgotten the size, 4.5 by 7.5. There we go, 4.5 by 7.5. And then from your background fabric, you want 2 4.5-inch squares. You want 2 2.5-inch squares and 2 1.5-inch squares. Okay, so we're going to start with the 4.5s, and we're going to draw a diagonal line on the back of both of them. So let me just grab a ruler, and we're going to start by, on the wrong side of the fabric, drawing a diagonal line. How are you all? Claire, you've donated already and you've been watching on Sunday. Oh, thank you, Claire. I really appreciate that. It's it's always nice to raise some money for a charity. And it's good fun as well for watching as well. Even if you just have us on in the background, it all helps. Okay, so I've done diagonal lines. Let me just go to the overhead on going opposite ways. Now, this isn't directional, so it doesn't really matter. But if you are using a directional fabric, you want them in opposite ways. So one that's top left, bottom right, one that's top right, bottom left. Okay, and these are going to go on the bottom of these rectangles, again in opposite directions. So that's going right sides together, going this way, and this is going right sides together, going that way. Okay, we are going to now stitch on the line, but as ever, not directly on the line. Don't sew right on the line, just literally run the needle along the edge of the line nearest the corner. Okay, on both of them. So I'm going this side on this one and this side on this one, and it's literally just run the needle along the edge. Oh, I've got these silly pop-ups keep happening. Let me just get rid of that a second, guys. There we go. And you're going to run that along on both sides. We're going to alter the bottoms first. So over to the machine. Have you all had a good weekend? Did everybody have fun? We were at the Newark show on Friday, well, Thursday set up, and then Friday, Saturday. And we had a brilliant time, actually. Apart from getting drenched on setup, because it absolutely poured down while we were setting up, which is always good fun. But actually, it was a really, really busy little show, because it's not a very big show, Newark, but really busy. Lots of people came. It was lovely. Really, really nice. Saw lots and lots of people. Caught up with other traders after Christmas, because it's like the first show back of the year, which is nice. So that was busy. We got back late on Saturday night. So actually not too bad, because it's a good 4 hours. So we got back, it was about 9:15-ish, I think. Unloaded the van. And then I collapsed about 10:30. Right, I'll just nip those apart. Back over to here. Now, before I cut these off, we're going to draw another line. Now, I like to do it this way rather than draw 2 lines, because it means I don't get it wrong. So I've stitched down that original line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 1/2 inch away from that line and repeat that. Okay, because we're going to make some half square triangles at the same time, so we're not wasting this bit of fabric. Hi Marlene, how are you? You've got me on YouTube. Brilliant. Glad everything's working. There we go. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to do, can you see I've now got a second diagonal line, and I'm going to stitch along this one as well. Okay, we're making half squares at the same time. Okay, so yeah, and then Sunday I saw my little people. I saw the Rory and Cara came round and brought the boys over. So we had roast dinner and spent some time with my little men, which was absolutely lush. And then yesterday, I had you have a really productive day. Oh, I love it. Had a super productive day yesterday. Got loads and loads done, because I stupidly said yes to an extra sewing street. So we've not only got sewing street this week, but we've got another sewing street on next Thursday as well, which, I know we normally only do one a month, but we're doing an extra one, so because we're filling in for somebody. So hi Angela. Oh, it was lovely to meet you too. Lovely. I'm glad you're going to join us on Sunday too. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up between those 2 lines, so approximately 1/4 inch away. Okay, so just cut up those 2 lines like that, and on this one too, like that. And then we're going to press them. And what that's done is that's given us 2 half square triangles, okay, which we'll use later for some little blocks in between when we're sashing. So, or just for another project, but you've got those already done then, okay? And then when we iron these out, you want to iron them opposite. So this one I'm going to iron towards the background fabric. It doesn't matter which one's which, as long as they're opposite. So this one's going to go towards the background, like that. There we go. Like that. And then this one is going to go towards the main fabric. So put the main fabric on top, and then up we go. So what else? What have you all been? Oh. I think my bobbin just ran out. Hang on, 2 seconds. Back over here. Did it run out? No, it didn't. It just didn't stitch for some reason. I'm just going to re-stitch that. There we go. That's better. Don't know why that didn't stitch. Back over here. Hi, Leslie. You're going to watch You're Knitting an Octopus. Oh, lovely. And you're going to join us Sunday after you've had a much-needed lie-in. I don't blame you, love. I don't blame you. I actually set my alarm because the kids were coming on Sunday. I set my alarm to get me up. I must have turned my alarm off in my sleep and went back to sleep because Rory then rang me, went, yeah, we're at the door. they turned up and Phil and I were still fast a-kip. Right, so there we go. So what I've done there is I've ironed one towards the red and then one towards the cream. All right, so that's the first little bit you're going to do. And you've also then got 2 half square triangles ready done, okay, which we're going to use later. That's not just me that, I know sometimes, why did I do that? It's perfectly fine. Next thing we're going to do is going to do the 2.5 inch squares, and again needs a diagonal line on both, so across like that. This is a super simple block, but I think it would be really pretty for Valentine's Day, I suppose, because it's hearts. It would make just 4 with a little border would make a really pretty table runner. You don't have to do it in red and pink. You could do it in your the colors of your house and stuff, but I think it would make a beautiful baby quilt as well. And the same with this one, it's going to be exactly the same. So you can see this diagonal line is going this way. You want this in the top right up there, go in the same way. So these are parallel, okay? And exactly with this one. So this one's down here. That's going to go in the top left. And again, it's parallel to this one, okay? So again, I'm going to stitch on the line, but running my needle along the edge nearest the corner. So over we go. And under we go. There we go. So anybody else done anything fun this week? Angela came to see us at Newark, which was lovely. Did any of you done any particularly nice sewing? Have you just been cracking on with stuff? Did you go out and visit anybody? Because I think was it Blue Monday yesterday? I think it was Blue Monday yesterday. So hopefully you all filled your time with stuff and didn't think about it. Have you told them about classes? Oh, no, I didn't. Well, good shouting, SJ. There we go. Right. So while I'm ironing these out, I will tell you about the classes. So again, I'm going to just press this out first just to make sure it's right, which is that side and it is that side. And then I'm going to trim them off. Okay. So, right. Classes. We have put on the website our classes for 2026. I did it all yesterday. All the classes are there. The prices are all on there. What we're going to be doing is on there. The obviously deposits price is on there, and then the balance is due afterwards. But if you want to join us for an in-person class this year, they do go quickly, guys, okay? Because we are limited on space. So please do have a look at the website. They're there waiting for you to. It's in a section called. Hang on, come here. So yeah, it's go into shop, and then if you scroll down, there's a section there that says master classes and workshops, and all our classes for this year are in there. I will be doing some online classes later in the year, sort of May, June, July time, but I haven't got the dates set for those yet. So, but I will. But these for the in-person classes, okay? Let me go back to here. There we go. You did your first sewing in almost 8 weeks since your husband had his operation. It was only the border on a Christmas present I gifted and had to back. That's lovely, hun. At least you got to do a little bit. Jean, what was that? You went to 2 concerts that were part of the Celtic Connections. Nice. And you spotted the classes last night when you got back from Aurora chasing. Oh, amazing. Yes, the classes are there. If you fancy doing anything, please do book on. They do go quickly, guys. Okay. There we go. So again, with the 1.5 inch squares, I'm doing exactly the same. Diagonal lines. Oh, that moved. Let me just. There we go. They are only little diagonal lines, but this time you're going to put them in the corners, and it's going to go the opposite way. So it's going to go the opposite way to this one. Okay, so that's going that way. So you want this one to go this way. If this one's going that way, you want it to go that way. Okay, like that. And we're going to alter those corners as well. So you've got the two halves. All right. And back over here. So yeah, we've secured dates, and we've put up what we're going to be doing. Sarah will be doing another Tuffet class because they are always popular. And what else are we doing? She's also doing another quilted jacket as well, because again, it's sold out so quickly and lots of people wanted to do it, and they came out really well. Everybody did really, really good job on them. We've got 2 new quilts. We've got a really nice new bag that I'm doing as well, like a weekend duffel bag thing using charm packs. And then I'm doing a Christmas one, which is a brand new design. I haven't actually got a picture of the design yet because I'm still trying to stitch it up and get it ready. But there is a new Christmas table runner and matching placemats design as well. Okay, so just make sure that that's like that. That's correct before you cut anything off. And that's correct on that one as well. Right. Just realized I ironed that one wrong. I need to iron that one towards the red as well. So just like we did before, what am I making? I'm doing a heart block, Jenny, doing a heart block. So this one I iron towards the background fabric, and that's towards the background. You want exactly the same with this one as well. So just trim off that little bit of excess like that. Okay, this one I've just got to re-iron because I did them all to the background and I was supposed to do them towards the red. So it's towards the red. Let's just repress that one towards the red. It helps them nest in a minute. Okay, and then this one here is going towards the red as well. There we go, like that. And then we're going to take off that little bit there and make sure that that's, you can give that a final press just to make sure it's all nice and flat. And we're doing that because I'm going to nest them in a second. Okay, here we go. So like that. Right, I'm going to put these together now. Now this is the point where if you wanted to make the jewel hearts, you would mix and match these. Okay, you would start with, you know, maybe make 5 or 6 of them, but then put the 2 bits together. Okay, have you got the block yet? Yes, we've got your block, Jenny. Yes, yeah, they've all come in the post. So we've had quite a few group block quilts come in the post already. So I'm going to put these together now. I'm going to do this as a solid heart, but you could absolutely do this as a jewel one. Okay, and have these 2 fabrics different. But right sides together, and you want to nest that point just there. Okay, so that one there, which is why we've stitched it, ironed it, sorry, opposite ways. Put a pin in there like that. And you can also nest this little bit here as well. Okay, because again, they're going opposite ways. So just line that up as best you can and pop a pin in there. Okay, I'm now going to stitch down along there. Okay. Jenny, I know you did, I think you sent 2 blocks. We will only be using 1 though, lovely, okay? Because we've got quite a lot of people who are sending them in. So we'll only use 1 block. So if you do send 2 blocks in, we probably won't be using both blocks, okay? Because of the size limit on the quilt. But I did get both of them. I think it was you that sent 2. I know we've had 2 people send in 2, but we will only be using 1 of them. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually, because there's a lot of bulk here and here, I'm going to iron this open. I don't iron open often, but I did find that this made everything lie a lot flatter with this one because you've got a lot of bulk just here. Okay. So we're going to give that an iron. Give that a good press and iron that one open. And there's your little heart. Okay, so like that. And you would make as many as you wanted for this, for your quilt. Okay, could donate extra blocks to Project Linus. Yes, I mean, we might need extra ones if not everybody sends them in that have said they're going to. Okay, but if we don't, then yes, we will donate them. Yeah. So what you've got is, I've made this one here. Okay, Now I think this would be, like I said, really pretty with like 3x3. This size is perfect for a little table center. You know, I'm going to put an extra, I might finish this on Sunday actually and give it away, because you can then add all these extra borders on and stuff, and it would make a really pretty table center. But if you're doing a like a little play mat or even a big quilt, I've popped some sashing in, as you can see, but I thought we could use up these little half square triangles that we made as little cornerstones. So remember we made those ones a minute ago by doing that extra line. Got some extra here. There we go. If I got a red one, there we go, and a pink one. So I'm doing them. I'm going to choose two opposite ones. Okay. And then I'm going to iron them out. I'm not going to square up at the moment. You're going to square up once they're actually sewn together. So I'm going to iron that one out. So there's a red one and I've got a pink one. Now, if you were doing this all in one fabric, obviously these would be the same, but you know, I've got two, so you know, might as well. Liz, you're going to watch on Sunday whilst you hand sew the quilt on your William Morris quilt. Ah, nice, hand sew the Maiden. If you want to do quarter squares, you're going to make sure that the colours are opposite each other. So when I put these right sides together, I've got the pink touching the cream and the cream touching the red. Okay, I'm going to do that. And you want to just nest that seam up as best you can. Okay, so sort of roll it in your fingers until you can feel it kind of butt up. Okay, like that. Pop a couple of pins in. I'm going to pop a pin up there and a pin down there. Okay, out of the way. Just holding those seams nice and flat. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go corner to corner. Now, it doesn't matter. Can you see that this one's bigger than this one, where I've just cut it randomly? It's fine because we're going to square it up afterwards. So as near as you can, go through corner to corner the opposite way. So my seam at the moment is going this way. So you want to go the other way just to make your quarter squares. Quarter square triangles like that. Okay. And now I'm going to stitch down 1/4 inch either side. I thought we might as well make use of these little bits that, you know, the little half square triangles, rather than it just go into waste. So stitch down this side. Here we go. And then flip it and do the other one. It's a really, thanks Claire. It's a really, really easy little block. Nothing complicated. And I think if you were if you've got a baby quilt or something to make, or even if it's for like a toddler or something, you're an older kid, you know, hearts, or a little, little one or something. Hearts are always popular, and you could do it. It doesn't have to be in red and pink. It could be all sort of bright, bright hearts, couldn't it? Or you could do it like an I Spy quilt, where if you're going through your scraps, maybe you've got tractors on this one and elephants on that one, and you've got bumblebees on that one and dinosaurs on this one. You could do it really easily. So what we're going to do now is just cut up that line like that. And I squared these up to 3 inches because that's what I could get out of them. Okay, so first things first. The other thing I would do is the little 4-patch trick is just pull out that little seam there, the stitches in the seam, and pull that one out there like that, so that I can spin those seams so they go around. Can you see it creates a little 4-patch there on the back? And then that way it lies super nice and flat. It's worth doing those, sometimes doing those extra little bits to get a nice finish on your quilt. There we go. So here's one, and then I can do another one as well. Okay, so I've got another one there, because you're going to get 2 out of each of your 2 half square triangles. We want to just square this up. So I got a 3-inch one out of it easily. You could probably get 3 1/4, but I was like, do you know what? I can easily get 3 inches out. So half of 3 inches is 1 1/2. So my 1 1/2 by 1 1/2 wants to be right dead center in that point there. And then we're going to go up that side and across, and then round like that. And then 3 by 3 exactly. There we go, up that way and across like that. Ooh. And then I used them as little cornerstones. So if I was to, hang on, let me just come out to the overhead. So with this one, if I was to just use this as a table mat, you know, table center, which I probably will, or just a little pram cover or something. I've got one here, and I put, because these are 3-inch, I've got 3-inch sashing in there. Okay, but I could then put another one on here. Where's that other one there? Got another one in the corners. So I'd probably put those around the corners as well, just with some plain sashing in between. I think it would look really, really pretty. You see, so when I did my outside border, I do that as well. Okay, and put those in all the corners, and then maybe another one on here, and then the corner up there, just to give it a little bit of interest in the sashing. In fact, I might finish this one on Sunday. Keep this to finish on Sunday, and then I can give it away maybe. I've got an extra block now though. Oh, I wonder if I did one more block. I suppose I could do one more block and make it more of a table runner. Don't know. I'll have a think. I'll do that on Sunday. But that little heart block, super simple, lots and lots of things you could do with it. It doesn't have to be a plain piece of fabric. You could mile a minute the fabric before you do it and put that against a plane. That would be really interesting. You know, you could do lots of things, but I think for maybe a kiddies quill, or, you know, a tween, you know, that sort of young teenager, really, really pretty for, you know, and like I said, you don't have to do it in red and pink. It was just the fact that I had those scraps left from doing the little fabric envelopes the other day. They were sat there on my desk. I was like, that's what I'll use. So, right, that's it for me today. Sarah will be back here at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. So she's here at 1, and there won't be an evening one tomorrow because I will be busy driving. And then I've Sewing Street. Hopefully you guys will tune in for Sewing Street on Thursday. And then I will be back here. Well, we'll be here for 12 hours. Okay? But like a regular scheduling will be Tuesday next week. Okay, so thanks, my lovelies. I will see you all on Sunday. Take care, and check in for Sarah tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Bye.